boar. How was it?
It was good.
I'd like a bite.
You know, in that case, I do wonder, what do they use for toilet paper on the island? Hey guys, it's Dan, your host, your Dan's Reviews, and today I'm back for another video for today. This one's going to be doing another video. This one's going to be doing my next review for Lost Season 1. This is for Episode 4, titled Walkabout. Alright guys, this one's going to be doing a review today. This one's going to be doing a review for Lost. This one's going to be doing my next review. This is for Episode 4. This one is called Walkabout. Whoa. Wow. This was great. This was a fantastic episode. I loved this episode. So this is the episode that I've heard a lot of people talk about with John Locke. And man. This was damn good. So, last few episodes, we've had backstories for some of these other characters. This is the John Locke episode. And I loved every little piece of this episode. It's basically the current day storyline on the island, where you've got them, they're realizing that they're low on food, basically. They're realizing that, you know, the food situation's not going to be working out no more. And John Locke throws a knife and makes his goddamn presence known. He's just like, okay, we hunt. Boars, whatever, you know, we hunt. And they caught wind of this because the boars were sneaking onto their camp earlier in the episode, right? So they're just like, okay, so, you know, we can kill these guys and eat them, you know what I'm saying? Logical, makes sense. Meanwhile, you've got them that are also trying to catch fish. You've got Shannon that kind of is like, okay, you know, maybe I can catch fish. And then you got her brother that's like, you can't catch fish. And she's like, oh, I so can catch fish, you know. And she gets the drug addict to catch fish for her, you know. I'm like, damn, man, Shannon, I'm trying to like her, but she is just freaking like, I don't know if you're supposed to hate her, but she is like, oh my God, man. Sometimes I'm like, woman, chill, you know. I don't know. She's kind of frustrating to watch, but in a good way. Like I like the writing because realistically, you would have somebody that would act like that. You know, not everybody would be heroes on this island. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, so we get that. Of course, they're out there looking for food. You've got kind of a squad that goes out with John Locke. You've got Kate, and you've got the other guy, I forget the guy's name, but the guy that is the son and stuff like that. Again, guys, I know it's episode 4, but I'm still learning, so bear with me. Yeah, so anyway, they go out there, they're looking, of course, and you've got a really intense scene where a boar actually comes fully for them, and they're like, they have to run, and they get way down on the ground, they hide from him, and, you know, stuff like that. And I thought it was interesting because obviously we've got that going on. Meanwhile, you've got Jack that's trying to kind of, you know, get through to this woman that, of course, lost her husband on the plane, right? And I found this an interesting scene because she's sitting there not really wanting any food and stuff like that. He kind of goes there, sits with her, and she kind of realizes that, you know, maybe my husband is still alive. That's kind of something that she says, is that my husband's still alive, you know? And Jack is like, well, no, like, you know, I mean, like, no, that they, you know, he would, you know, we assume them dead, you know what I'm saying? And then I like how she puts it. She's like, well, maybe he would assume us dead. You know what I'm saying? You don't know, you know? So, and it's like, yeah, you know, it's a fair point. It is a fair point. I don't know if they'll go with the twist of actually revealing that her husband's alive. They could do that. You know what I'm saying? It'd be interesting if they went that route, but again, we'll have to see. So that was some of that stuff. You also have the pregnant woman in this one that kind of does a memorial for the people that they lost and kind of honors them at the end, which I thought was kind of cool. So that was good as well too. And then finally, you've got the flashbacks. Okay, so let's talk about these. These are incredible. Basically, we have John Locke's character that's working at a low-end job from the looks of it. And I'm sure a lot of people that have watched the show fully through, you probably see so much more than I'm seeing right now, because I'm learning as I go. But this is what I gather from it, is that he's at this low-end job. You've got this terrible, terrible boss of his that's treating him like absolute shit. He sticks up for himself, and he calls this woman about it, right? And it's pretty interesting because you've got this woman, Helen, who he mentions a few times, and it looks like she's charging him to talk to him. It's not a legit thing. You can tell he likes her, but she doesn't, and she hangs up right on him. And I was like, damn, man, like, I feel bad for this guy automatically. Like, the boss treats him like shit. Helen doesn't want anything to do with him. She doesn't even feel sympathy for him fully. She hangs up on him like he's nothing. and when he thought it was something more, you know what I'm saying? You've got, now you reveal that he has a medical condition to where he's in a wheelchair at the end, which, I've heard this quote. I didn't know who it was, but I've heard this quote. I actually didn't know about this until I saw the episode. I've heard the quote a few times when people talk about John Locke's character, being like, don't you tell me what I can't do, you know? I've heard it many times, and I was like, oh shit, like, yes, I've heard this before. And it was awesome. I love the reveal too, you know what I'm saying? When you reveal him in the wheelchair, but then you show him at the end of the episode, and it's the scene where they crash the plane, and you see him and he's staring at his feet. And I was wondering at the beginning too, I was like, why are we focusing on his feet? You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, okay, he's missing a shoe. That's what it is, you know? These writers are brilliant. They make it seem like it's just, oh, it's focusing on his shoe. Oh, he found his shoe? Okay, there it is, you know? What's the big deal? And then you realize that it's not that at all. It's the fact that he's putting his shoe back on so that he can stand up and walk again. The fucking writing is incredible already. Seriously, I fucking love it. And it's so good. It's so good. John Locke and his acting in this especially was absolutely superb. But anyway, they catch the boar, they bring that back, you got the memorial service, and that is basically that. My favorite episode so far, this one right here, easily. And I'll tell you why. The character development, I felt seriously horrible for John. I love being out there, surviving in the wilderness, trying to hunt down food and the attempts that they made. I love the perspective, the dialogue choices with that. It was so perfect. It was a perfect episode. This episode I would consider a work of art. This is a 10 out of 10 plus. It is incredible, and yeah, I can't wait to see where it goes from here. So we'll be back next week, y'all, for episodes 5 and 6. We review 2 episodes a week, so stay tuned for that, of course, guys. I'll catch y'all for the next one. Post comments down below, and if you're new to the channel and you enjoy videos like this, be sure to click the subscribe button so you don't miss any other videos for Lost. Make sure to follow me on Dan's Reviews Official on Instagram, guys, and of course, I'll see you guys really soon for more videos very, very soon. Enjoy the rest of your day, guys, and peace out.